the pink carpet.
I know.
Cute. Because the conversation I want to have with everybody in this room is taking a look at some of your Instagram accounts. Everyone's like, ooh, yes! The thing about social media is that it's social and it's public. So if anybody here decides to use a hashtag called Girlboss Rally and a speaker's coming and you want to do a little reconnaissance, I'm going to go through the hashtag. And what I want to proffer to you is an opportunity for a critique. So let's dive in to our Girlboss Instagram critique. How can I get my post to feel more curated? I'm multi-passionate, but I don't want my feed to feel that way. I have already received feedback from friends that I have too much random stuff in my life and not enough business posts. Any help would be amazing. So if any of us are here and we're saying my feed feels a little all over the place, nobody really knows what I do, let's have a conversation. Because as I went through the hashtag, I was like, I want to dig in deep and I want to understand, what kind of businesses do you have? Girlboss, lifestyle and influence, motivation and determination, partnership. What do you do? I don't know. Probably goofing around somewhere. Hamilton, Ontario. Ontario, right? Canada, okay. I was homeschooled, you gotta give me a break. I was like, Ontario, California? Okay, I don't know what you do. And yet you're using a hashtag to involve and connect with other business owners, and yet if I don't know what you do, how could I ever engage and connect with you? Shirts for girls, t-shirt store. We make shirts for girls. Worldwide shipping, made with, shop here. Cool, so you make a shirt for half of the human population. Totally up my alley. If we don't know who we serve, we get lost in a sea of the sameness. So my advice has then become, far before you ever fix your feed, you have to fix the bio. When you tell people what you do and how you serve them and what your business does, your feed then follows. Let's not make it complicated. Let's look at this account that used the Girlboss Rally hashtag. Strategic, social media, content creation, PR consulting, CEO, Houston and remote. Okay. What you see on the left side of the screen are the first 9 photos. What you see on the right side of the screen are the next 9 photos. Looking at this, I still could not figure out what this person did. So I was like, let me go a little bit deeper. This particular question was, how do I create more interest? I think that's something we would all care about. We're gonna play in the gaps. What is playing in the gaps? So what she does is social media, she does content. How many of us do that? How do we all stick out? What everybody else is doing should be a very clear indication of you running in the opposite direction. We ever notice that the things that stick out on Instagram are the most obtuse, the most random, the most like, oh, I've never seen this before. You want to get noticed, you play in the gaps. Some of the content she has, doubts can be swept away only by deeds, Winston Churchill. This is the only part of the overall photo. Of course it's the only part of an overall photo because you have a grid that nobody really understands. I don't know what you do. If you need help in the digital space or traditional PR route, I'm more than happy to discuss different ways. Here's an upcoming booking call. Work with clients. No comments, 50 likes. Hard sell. The least engaging posts on her account are photos that you don't get when you look at them. They're beautiful, I love it, but it doesn't move the needle on Instagram. What were the posts that did extraordinarily well for her? Photos from an iPhone with people. Crazy. This is human behavior mapped out for us. So what would I say to somebody right now in this situation? You're like, Jasmine, my feed is really fly, people just aren't talking back, and I'm just getting nothing. Behind the scenes, she says that she's a social media content creator. I went to stories and they didn't exist. So I'm like, you gotta show me what you do so I understand how to invest in you. Show me how you like to get inspired. That kills the game on social. Show me what your supply kit looks like. Are you a chef? Are you a photographer? Are you a social media curator? I don't care what you do. Show me so that I know you, because when I know you, I trust you. And when I trust you, that becomes a digital currency on the web. And when I have a lot of trust, I become a customer. If you create social media content for customers, show tutorials. This is like the lady who stands at the end of the aisle in Costco to give you a taste of the hot dog before you buy the hot dog. That's what tutorials are. Everybody in this room can and should be making tutorials. Why? You're giving them a taste of the hot dog before you expect them to buy the pack of 375. So, She said the ultimate goal of turning them into clients. Great, if that is your ultimate goal, because that's my ultimate goal, I have to tell you, boo-boo, you have to respect the platforms. Because this goes back to the conversation, are you on social media or are you just using social media? Because then I was a creeper and I was like, I'm gonna find you on Facebook, I'm gonna see what you do. So no tea, no shade. 63 people like this, but I want to point out something. Look at all the hashtags. Look at the hashtags, look at the @mentions. What does this feel like? She is having a conversation on Facebook that's not existent because it's a conversation she had on Instagram and pushed it over to a different social platform expecting to have a level of engagement. Listen, when you do this, it sounds and makes your Facebook followers feel like they're eavesdropping on a conversation in the next room. One last question. No matter what I've tried, it seems like I can't get real people to engage with my comments. Followers follow and then unfollow within days, and comments are typically spam. My biggest goal is to get people to comment and interact, otherwise it feels like a waste of time. That struggle is real. But we have to give the type of engagement we want to get. I subscribe to the 10x rule. If you want somebody to leave a comment on your account, you must leave 10 comments. If you want 10 likes on your photo, you should be leaving 100 likes on photos. Because we have to teach people how to engage. And when somebody leaves a comment and says, cute, fun, I try my best to respond to comments more than 4 words. Why? You teach people how to engage with your account. And in the algorithm, comments more than 4 words are weighted differently than just a series of emojis or 1 or 2 words. Teach people how to engage with you. And we must start conversations. That's gonna be a big thing. From the Girlboss Rally hashtag, hang in there, baby. Summer is here. Somehow this top is still in stock. We have all the accessories you need this summer. Okay, how do I respond to that? Are we making comments in our statements in our Instagram and then wondering, why aren't people talking back? What do you want me to say? You're not starting a conversation. I go to you at a cocktail party and be like, this shirt's in stock. Why isn't she talking back to me? And yet that's what we do on social. Or worse, people are engaging on an account and then there's no replies. That's like you walking into the center of a cocktail party and be like, I'm here. And people say hi and you're like, that's what we're doing on social. What do we need to then do? Respond to every comment. Create conversations. Do not create statements and then expect engagement. You want to engage with hashtags, giving the engagement you ultimately want. We must teach people how to engage. We must build a tribe one by one because one happy person tells 7 other people. So we started this conversation knowing that the strongest Instagrammers do one thing well. They show up. That is something you could absolutely do. They post regularly, they post consistently, and they post with a purpose. They work for their engagement. They don't just hope for their engagement. How they're hacking the system is providing value to one person at a time and growing their newsletter list and following up with them and saying, I am here to serve you. Because when you create your post with intention and purpose, and when you work for your engagement, your followers will become customers because they trust you.